So, here we go, guys. Before portals opened, before Wakanda Forever, before Endgame blew the roof off cinema, there was Phase 1. These first 6 movies, one massive gamble and the beginning of something that nobody thought could actually work, until it did. Now, this is a story of how Marvel Studios turned a handful of heroes into a global phenomenon, and why the Avengers, the crown jewel of Phase 1, deserves a 5-star review. Let's break it all down.
I am Iron Man.
Let's start with Iron Man, the film that made all of this possible. It's the reason I'm talking about it. That's why. Robert Downey Jr., he wasn't just cast, he became Tony Stark. A billionaire genius, he drinks, he quips, and he grows into that real hero. And let's be real, nobody delivers that techie banter and emotional weight quite like Downey Jr. But this film didn't just give us a suit of armour, it gave us a new type of superhero. Flawed, funny, human. And then just as the credits rolled, Nick Fury walks in and boom, you've become part of our universe. That moment was the MCU being born. Next came The Incredible Hulk, Edward Norton's version of Bruce Banner. Might not have stuck around, but this movie is still canon. It's still part of this process. It's darker, more brooding, a bit of a tonal outlier, sure, but it introduced us to Thunderbolt Ross, it laid the groundwork for the Super Soldier program, and it gave us some real dark Hulk action. It's the black sheep of this family, but even black sheep count when you're in that sort of universe building momentum. Iron Man 2, it had a lot on its plate. Legacy, mortality, new villains, the introduction of the Black Widow, and yes, the plot is a bit chaotic, but it was all part of the world building. We meet War Machine, we got deeper into S.H.I.E.L.D., and we really start to see Tony's growth as a hero. Not by fixing everything, but by learning and relying on others to help him and sort of become that part of the team up. And that suitcase suit up scene on the racetrack in Monaco, it was just excellent, superb.
Your power! And I cast you out!
Then the MCU aimed for the stars. Literally, with Thor, Marvel said, let's take a Norse god, make him part of the same world as a guy in a robot suit, and it worked. I mean, it worked in the comics for years, but we didn't have this sort of thing in movies. Chris Hemsworth, in his first outing, he brought that charm, arrogance, heart. But let's be honest, Loki, Tom Hiddleston, was the breakout in this movie. And this movie expanded on the MCU from Earth to Asgard, and it made magic feel like science. We didn't just understand it yet. And at its heart, a story about worthiness, brotherhood, betrayal. A really good start to that cosmic side of what we've come to know and love.
Your enemy is not what you expect.
Now here is where the emotion kicks in. If you've watched my Captain America review, you know how much this film gets me. And this is the MCU's beating heart at the start. Steve Rogers, he's a little guy who refuses to back down. He doesn't get his powers, and to become a hero, he already was one. We see his sacrifice, his leadership, and his tragedy, waking up 70 years after his time completely alone. This film sets up Hydra and into what a lot of people feel was one of the best Marvel movies. The Tesseract, Cap's unshakable compass. But it gives us that hero who leads with kindness, and in the MCU that is rare, which is why he leads it, it's why he takes it. So
to bring together a group of remarkable people. So when we needed them, they could fight the battles that we never could.
And now, what it all built toward, it was the Avengers. For me, a 5-star film, not because it's flawless, but because it delivered on that dream. There were so many people that were wanting it to fail, and this was cinema's first real superhero crossover, and somehow it balanced those 6 huge characters without dropping the ball. Now, when it comes to the story, everyone's favourite villain, Loki, is now back in full villain mode. He arrives on Earth with a glowing staff and even bigger emotions. S.H.I.E.L.D. responds by bringing in the big guns: Tony, Cap, Thor, Bruce, Natasha, Hawkeye. And they don't trust each other, they argue, they fight, but that's the point. This is a team that earns their unity. And once the helicarrier scene explodes and Agent Coulson falls, RIP, the Avengers rise. And the highlight time, we've got Iron Man, MVP as always. He completes with that flying into space without hesitation. Loki, absolutely magnetic. His manipulation, his arrogance, his inner layered villain, not just a plot device. Hulk gets his defining line, "I'm always angry." Cap proves he's the leader, and Natasha proves that she's more than a spy. And Hawkeye, well, he was there too, but I think he adds more going forward. Then we get to that iconic 360 shot in New York City, and Marvel, you did it, you nailed it. And just when we thought it couldn't get any bigger, we got our first glimpse of Thanos, the Mad Titan, smiling in the shadows. If only we knew what was coming.
To challenge them is to court death.
The end of Phase 1 wasn't just a victory, it was a statement. Marvel was just getting started. So, what made Phase 1 special? It wasn't perfect, absolutely not. The tones clashed, some plots stumbled, but what it did was bold, daring, and unheard of. It laid the foundation of character-driven storytelling. From Tony's arrogance to Steve's selflessness, it introduced magic, tech, war, gods, monsters, loads of other stuff as well. And it made it feel like one world. We were all there throughout every story. Most of all, it gave us a reason to care, a reason to assemble, and forgive the pun. But the Avengers made that investment pay off in spades. So for me, absolutely 5 stars. And that's only the beginning. Next up, we've got Phase 2. We've got more heroes, more heartbreak, and some of the best that Marvel has ever done. And I think we know where we're talking there. So please subscribe, drop a comment with your favourite Phase 1 film, and stay tuned because we are just getting warmed up. Gedgehammer reviews, as always, smashing it through all of these films. However, one big thing. Next up, we've got, I believe, Iron Man 3, which is a good start, coming up in Phase 2. But, as always, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I'm really, really enjoying doing it. I hope you're enjoying watching it. But, as always, keep on smashing. Have a great day. Like, subscribe, follow across all of the channels. Keep up to date. We've got a lot of news on TikTok. We've got all sorts of other stuff on Instagram as well. So, find me. I'm there. I look forward to seeing you soon. Have a good day, guys.